Am I now on YouTube as well?
Yes, we are confirming. Yes, we are live on YouTube.
Okay, so now we are live on YouTube and we are live on Facebook. The technical team has solved our problem. So thank you very much for waiting and having the time to join us this afternoon. So let us continue. We have a request from for Martin Kobler here saying that can I request for the usual prayers as you didn't do that in the beginning? No, I did it. For Martin, I did poor libation, and I even said a special prayer about you. I didn't mention your name, but I even said a prayer that where there is cold and all this in the ancestors and the voodoo should bring warmth to people. So I did pray for as a normal this from the beginning. So that's it. Then we have Eric Panse. Thank you, sir. And then we have Douglas Ketu. Good morning, Papa and family. Thank you very much, Douglas. How are you? Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon in Accra, Ghana. Yes, let's move up. Oh, we are done.
This is for the old one, so please hold while we get to the new question.
Okay. So let's go on to the new questions because we were just talking about the old questions. No, these challenges will not stop, but we will continue doing what we are doing to bring this our ancestral wisdom and knowledge to you. Yeah, so get me the new questions. I can't find any. I can't see any here. Or there's no more new questions. Please send in your questions and share this thing a moment on your platform so other people who may be interested can join us. We will have a very short time today, but let us do it and make things happen.
Please hold while we get to the questions. Please, we don't have any questions at the moment. If you can proceed.
Okay, now we have not gotten any question yet, so please, I beg you, all of you, please send in your questions so that I can be able to answer them for you. Thank you very much. I am here waiting for your questions, and make sure you share this moment of question and answer section on Revolution, the Real Voodoo Education, with other people on your platform. We are very grateful for you joining us. And then on YouTube, there's no question on YouTube because there was nobody, there was no YouTube. So please, those who are on YouTube now, you can watch us live because the problem has been solved, and we are here to answer your questions. So send in your questions on YouTube as well as on Facebook. We are here to answer. And I think we have about 1 hour more to discuss. So please send the questions in quickly. And put this monitor off. It's not doing anybody any good.
You avoid us.
Yes, we have Mario Young. Hello, Daddy, and the AMT family. Greetings from India. Yes, thank you very much, Mario. And then Mario Young again. Big ups to the technical team with getting the transmission back. Okay, thank you very much, Mario. We are now back on YouTube as well because it's not easy. You know, where we are in Ghana, Ghana is a progressive country, but we are not yet advanced country. So we face challenges when it comes to the internet. I know that even though America is a very big country, they also have some challenges, but Ours will be more because we are still an underdeveloped country or developing country, whichever name they give us. We don't have any problem. We are here. Thank you very much. Okay, let me use this lapsed moment where we are not having any questions from anybody to talk about the recent developments that we've been facing or challenges that we've been facing on Facebook, especially Facebook. There are people who have started using my photographs again to put on their Facebook wall and to attract people. They have their name, they have their telephone numbers, but they put my picture. There is one called the recent one we saw yesterday was something media. What is it? Something media. It was that one came out yesterday. Somebody found it and alerted us. They are using our contents to promote their own page without giving us any acknowledgement or making us even to know that they are using our content to promote their page. That was yesterday night. We found out. We reported to Facebook, and luckily for us, this morning, our content that they were using was taken down. There's a lot of people out there who say they are just looking for people to scam and take advantage of them. So when they see something genuine, since they cannot do that genuine thing, they post it on their pages, and then where's my phone?
I'm getting it.
It's on my phone. Something media is from Ghana here. It's a Ghanaian. This thing they are doing. I think they have about 69,000 or 39,000. Shady's Media. Yes, it's called Shady's Media. They have almost about 69,000 followers, almost 70,000 followers. And these people have been scamming people using other people's content to put on their page and make money, which is very wrong. So I sent that message. I think they blocked me. So when I was trying to send that message again, I couldn't. But the person who is in charge of this Shady's Media, I want all of you to get to it. Shady's is SHADYS Media. Get onto his platform and tell him that he is just taking advantage of people by using other people's content to promote himself and his page. And he is asking people to advertise on his page because he knows that a lot of people follow him. And then he is a person who is just, or he or she, I don't know who he, just trying to use other people's content to promote themselves. Well, I'm very highly against that. Now, luckily, this time, Facebook listened to us and took the content down very quickly. Earlier than that, last week, we were battling with another scammer who was using my pictures to tell people that he was a great spiritualist, but was using my face and my photographs, my profile pictures. We asked Facebook to take it down. Facebook made us to know that they have not seen anything wrong with it. But then since we alerted all of you and people started bombarding Facebook with this same message, they quickly took his account, or they removed my picture from his page. So if you can see my picture on any page and it is a genuine picture, then it is on Revolution or on African Magic Temple. These are the organizations or companies that I have registered and my children have registered, and they have been operating on Facebook. any other place when you see us, if it is not somebody's personal page that they are talking about us, then the person is a scammer. They just find trying to use my name, my efforts, my image, profile pictures to promote themselves. If they say they are so good as I am, they should use their own pictures so that people should know them. Why should they use my picture when they are promoting themselves that they are good, either spiritualists or whatever they may be? If you are good, why are you afraid to use your own picture? Unless, of course, you are a scammer, you don't want people to know you, then you hide your face. I don't hide my face. We don't hide our address. We don't hide our telephone numbers, and we don't hide our shrine. We are on a major road in Accra, and everybody can see African Magic Temple, banner at our gate. We don't scam people. We don't take advantage of people. We are not cheating anybody. If we cheat you, you know where we are. Come and arrest us. We are here. So please, whenever you see, I'm even surprised that some people who are Revolution fans or African Magic Temple fans have seen this person using our content on their page, yet still they did not report it to us. It was one wisdom who is also a very top fan of African Magic Temple. He saw this and was able to alert me quickly that someone is using my contents on their page, and then he sent me the link and I look at it, then I spread it to my technical team to look at it, and they reported to Facebook, and then they were able to get Facebook to tell them to take it down. So please, if you are a member, as a member, we don't have membership, so if I use that word, it's wrong. If you are a sympathizer or a fan of African Magic Temple and you see our content or see my profile pictures on other pages and they are using my profile pictures, it is your duty to make things sane, to make things clear so that another person doesn't use our contents or my profile pictures or the profile pictures of African Magic Temple, my children, to be able to scam other people and take advantage of them. When a spiritualist is good and trusts what he is doing, he must come out openly and show his face to whoever he is trying to tell that he is a good person or he knows what he's doing. You don't use another person's photograph while you hide behind the curtain and taking money and cheating people. Meanwhile, you are using somebody's phone. So from henceforth or from today onwards, any one of you who is our fans, if you love African Magic Temple and the work we are doing, the teachings that we are teaching, if you like it and you love it and you want us to continue, please, whenever you see our content or our photographs on any other people's site and they are claiming to be us, or putting my picture or my profile picture claiming to be me, you know my page. My page is African Magic Temple, and my children, Senna and Pele, their page is Revolution. Revolution and African Magic Temple are one thing. Revolution came out of African Magic Temple to educate people and peers. But the rituals and the practicality, the real teachings and everything are coming from the African Magic Temple in Accra. So when you see our content and our photographs on any other person's page or site, then you know that those people are scammers. They are just trying to use our content to fool people. Maybe you may not be fooled, but they are fooling others. So please alert us immediately and we will report the person to Facebook. Immediately. So please let us all be vigilant and watch out when you see us anywhere. Let us know. We don't want anyone to use our good name to destroy this African Magic Temple shrine. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, let's go now. Shamba Musa is saying, Papa, is it possible for me to initiate to Abuchi Yes, Shamba, to initiate it, yes, it is possible to initiate into Abuchi. But the problem with Abuchi is that the initiation is a very long process. I think I have said it before. It took me almost 7 years to get Abuchi to be with me, and finally for Abuchi to be speaking with me and connecting with me. But it is not impossible to be initiated into Abuchi at all. You can be initiated into Abuchi, but the process takes time, and you have to have patience if you really want to associate and work with Abuchi. Then you have to have that patience that until it's able to work on you. Because my first mirror that the old man made for me, because I had Jopata, the mirror, my Jopata was so strong and so angry that I did not inform him before going to get another spirit or Abuchi. So the day, that's what I'm used to, they were initiating me into Abuchi, that day the mirror broke or cracked. And then luckily my old man, Togbe Tuji, was the one initiating me and doing everything. And he did, he asked his Abuchi, he also has Abuchi. He asked his Abuchi that what was happening. And his Abuchi told him that I had not informed my spirits, my major spirit in my shrine, so they won't allow Abuchi to come to my shrine or come and work with me. So Togbe Tuji told me that, okay, if that's the case, I should go back to Accra. This was being done in the Volta region, in the village. So I must go back to Accra to inform Jopata and Akai and other spirits that I was working with and tell them that I'm getting a new spirit. So I came back to Accra. I did all the rituals for them and informed them. And then when I went back, that was the time I was able to get Abuchi back. You know, spirits are like couples, or spirits are like partners, or spirits are partners, either your male partner or your female partner. So, or let's say it in the our common understanding, when you are a spiritualist, all the spirits that are with you are like your wives or like your husbands. What do I mean by that? Means they are partnering with you to be able to teach about the unseen world, which they can see. So when you want to bring in a new wife or you want to bring in a new partner, you need to consult the ones that are there before, and you have to compensate and appease them. And if that is done, then of course they allow. But if you do not do so, what happens is that they will be putting roadblocks and stamping blocks and challenges in front of you so that the new one that is coming cannot stand and cannot work. Not that the spirit doesn't work. The spirit will be a very good spirit that can work, but the ones that have been working with you already will not give chance to the new one to work. It's just like in Africa, you are married to one wife, two wives, second wife, third wife, fourth wife. The first wife is still there. And the first wife will make sure that if you don't compensate her, the first, the second, and the third wives will not be comfortable in the relationship. So this is how spirits also work. So I had to come back and compensate Jokbata and Akai and other spirits, pray to them, and then in a week's time I went back. Then I was able to get Abuchi. So it is very true, Shamba. You can get Abuchi, but you need to have the patience. I can initiate you into Abuchi, but it will take time to bind the mirror, and also you need to have patience. It's a whole lot of work. It is only people who have heart that can enter and join. It's not a baby food. This is a very hard, strong bone. You need to crack it. So it's not baby food where everybody can eat. So that's what Abuchi is, and it is very, it's very, very. Is it not? It's not baby food at all. So thank you. And that is Shamba. And then we have Ifabumi Ronda Valentine Charles. Good day, Papa, from Trinidad and Tobago. and then Christopher Voncujovi, and all of the family in Ghana. Greetings from the Rada Eve family of Belmont, Port of Spain, Trinidad. Thank you very much, Ifabumi. We are very grateful that you joined us, and we are part of you, and you are part of us. We continue praying for you, and you are the Eve Nation everywhere. Thank you very much, and greetings to you all. I'm very grateful for you joining us this afternoon. Then we have Godson, TB1, Miss Sekbo, Old One. I wish you Happy New Year and the entire family, and greetings from Clicquot to African Magic Temple. Thank you very much, Godson. Old One, I want to do a serious reading, and the online course is difficult for me to afford. Can you help in any way? Bokor, I want to be educated once again on the usage of our four cowries to consult the gods on issues, either they agree on an issue or not. I need an education in that place. Good afternoon. Long life at AMT. Yes, Godson. You see, the truth about everything in spirituality, just like I'm explaining about Abuchi, is that it takes time, it needs patience, and sometimes you need money. And not sometimes, it's always you need money. Our consultation remains our consultation. Because if you cannot even pay the consultation, what about after doing the reading and the rituals to do and our workmanship and all this thing? What will you be saying? So for us, that's why we tell people, when you are not ready to do rituals, don't even think of doing consultation. But when you do consultation and you don't do a ritual, which is called kamasa, it will go against you. It's not me who is going to make it go against you, but the spirit world has realized that you have peeped into their secrecy. And you have seen it and you know what to do, but you are not doing it. So they will increase and double the difficulties you are having. So if you are not able to pay consultation for a reading, how will you be able to do the rituals that may follow the reading? So take your time, prepare yourself. Whenever you are ready, approach us. That's how I work. I'm sorry, I also have a shrine to keep. I have children to feed. And I have other people who are not even my children who are working in the shrine to feed. If I'm going to be reducing how much I charge for consultation, who will be giving food to me before I feed the people who depend on me? Let's be real. I am not that kind of spiritualist who will say, oh, it doesn't matter. It matters a lot, because my house, I have to pay light bill. I have to pay water bill. People eat. Spirits have to drink every day, or at least once a week. I kill animals or do rituals and all this. And if anything goes wrong within my own family, I need to solve it. If I am working for free, or I'm working in such a way that I will not be able to sustain myself, how will I be able to sustain the shrine that people can come and look for knowledge or seek knowledge or wisdom? I'm not that kind of God worshipping person who will be thinking that, oh, God said it. Through where? It is only coming through you. If God is going to help the shrine to grow, it is through you and other people, your contributions. And of course, when I say contributions, I'm not talking about your free contributions. If we work for you, pay us for our workmanship. Pay us for the work we do for you. That's all. Then we are fine. So for you to say that you cannot pay or you cannot pay for the consultation, I think what I would say that relax and take your time. When you are ready, come. We are here. Is that the last question we have? Then we have Martin Cover. Is there any way you can send out a fatwa? No. We are not really. See, for Martin, we are not a religious organization. And when you say fatwa incantation for our voodoo to deal with those who abuse your personal information for scamming people. No. The point is that we are not a religious organization. We are a spiritual organization. And we are not gods. And we are not spirits. We are human beings. What people are doing by trying to steal my information or try to steal my profile pictures, That's what I'm telling you. The only thing you can do is when you see it anywhere, allow us so that let us know so we can tell Facebook what is happening. Then, if Facebook is able to understand our point, they will remove that picture from the person's profile. But issuing a fatwa like in Islam that anybody who does this and people should go and attack them. No, no, no. That's a religious issue. I'm trying as much as possible to avoid religion or turning my teachings into a religion. Yes, a lot of traditional African spiritualists, whether in Voodoo or in Ifa, try to make their practice a religion whereby people begin to worship them as gods and they begin to see themselves as if they are above any other human being. I have seen it, not that people told me. And I am trying to avoid that. I don't want anyone to look at me like I'm a very special person and I am not fallible or this. No, no, I'm just human like any of you. All that I do is because I have traveled a lot and I have studied a lot from different backgrounds. That's why I'm able to know what I am doing. Apart from that, I'm just a human like you. I eat, I drink water, I sleep, I even go to toilet like anybody else. So what is so special about me that people cannot try to cheat me or deceive me? Yes, people will. And if the gods and the energies and the divinities and the entities and the principalities that I am working with did not block them, who am I? I can only appeal to them and tell them this is what is going on. They should try to take charge of it. The human beings are human beings. People also are looking for opportunities to make life. And sometimes they will use a person who they know is a straightforward and genuine person, somebody who they know that the person knows, and use that person to promote themselves. But we, as African Magic Temple or Revolution, we cannot see all because most of the time when they stole my profile, they block me and I can never see it. I can never see it until someone from outside sees it and then send it to me and tell me this is what is happening. Because last time it was Yeye Iyamifa, Ifa Bumbi was the one who sent the information of the first person who was using my profile on their listen. And yesterday it was Mr. Wisdom Bovi who also saw it in another listen and was sending us that he saw our information or on another page they were sharing, that is Shady's Media. And I went into Shady's Media and I realized a lot of the people who are their top fans are also top fans in African Magic Temple or Revolution. They had seen all this thing and yet still they couldn't report it to us. They are members or they are part of that Shady's Media, and they have seen that Shady's Media is using our content, yet still none of them reported this to us. But that means people are just following for following's sake. Nobody is really serious about anything. Until Kovi Wisdom alerted me that this is what is happening, and then when we follow up, we realize that it was true. So that's why I'm telling you that those of you who are fans, when you see my photograph anywhere, or you see our content on any other page, please alert us and let us know. That's all that I can tell people. You see, a lot of people are just trying to join groups. They just want to associate. Whether the group is a good group or they are scamming, they don't even know. But when I teach here, I know what I am teaching. I'm not scamming people. I'm not playing game with people. Yes, I invite people to come and team up with me to work for people so that I can achieve maximum success. And if such people decide to break away and form their own group and also to take some of the clients that I work with, I am fine. It is up to you because you are also looking for knowledge. But then I just want to tell you I have been there and I have been here for a very long time. And no one who will come and either take my clients away or take my people away will make this African Magic Temple to go down, because we have got the knowledge and wisdom and it is not limited to only one group. We've been around for a long time, and we know what we are doing. Thank you very much, for Martin. Get the other questions and let's go on. Because today we are not getting questions at all. Yeah, that's it. And then we have Kwesi Oforia Mamfu. Greetings, Papa. Hello, Kwesi. How are you? Thank you very much. Then we have Richard Okanse. Mr. Christopher, greetings. Greetings to you, Richard. Kwesi, how are you? How are the children? I thank God for your life. Oh. I am still waiting for my Abuchi initiation as well. Oh, of course, Gadi, you have your initiation, so don't worry. It will happen. It will happen. You know, Kadi, these things, since the old man died, I was the last person my old man gave the mirror to before dying. So it is now my duty to find a way to also pass it on to some other people before I also leave this world. The old man had initiated about 39 persons or people into the mirror. I am the 39th person. And if you can look back on some of the pages, the old man was high over 100 years plus before passing on. And if in his whole spiritual life, he has only given to 39 people, then you will see how special this mirror is. I will also pass it on to my children and also maybe to some people that I can trust, because I didn't want to give this thing to anybody's hand who may misuse it. Abuchi has so many other things than just saying. It has a lot of things in it more than just using it for divination. There are so many stories about Abuchi and the things that it has done. The old man told me so many stories when he was alive, and also for myself, the experiences that I've had with Abuchi are all real and are still with me. And for this reason, I, for one, I have never given Abuchi to anybody yet. I am waiting for my son, Seiran, and Mawena to grow up a little bit. Then I can hand over Abuchi to them. But then that one too, they need to prove that they are capable and worthy of receiving the Abuchi. That's why this time when I am doing a reading with Abuchi, I call them down and then I ask them what they are hearing. And most of the time they are hearing what I am hearing. And this is what is going to give me the confidence to be able to initiate them into the Abuchi. So Abuchi is there. I have to share it with people and I have to initiate people into it. But I have to find out whether Abuchi can communicate with you. Then I will initiate you into it. Thank you, Kadi. And then Big Sister Ifada. So am I. So Big Sister Ifada also wants to get Abuchi. Thank you. Okay, so come, let's see what we will do. And then for Martin Kobler, I say, I don't mean religion, I meant incantations. For Martin. For the incantations, we are praying every day for anybody who is wishing us evil to go back to them. So if these people who are stealing my content and are making themselves look like they are me, that means they are wishing me evil, because most of them are scammers. They just want to put a bad name on me. For that reason, I am doing it, because if anything happens to them, how will I know? I don't know them physically. I don't know them personally. So if I am doing prayers or doing incantations, anything is happening to them, I will never know, because I don't even know them physically, whereby I can confirm that, oh, because the prayers that I did, that's why this thing is happening to them. I cannot tell. So who knows what is happening to people's lives? For me, I am just here. Then we have Cameron Gani saying, good morning, Papa. I'm not stay. I have to run. I'll bet. But I just want to send you and your family love and blessings. Thank you for your hard work, young man. Oh, thank you very much, Cameron. I'm very grateful for this message. How are you? And how is Kai? Hope you are all doing well. And I believe very strongly that things will be working well for all of us. Yeah. I'm praying that we don't know, because of this COVID. I need to come to the US before May. But I don't know yet. But if God opens the door and the entities that are with us open the door, then I will see you people before or in May in the US. Thank you very much. Then we have Moni Joanna Muse. Hey, sister, how are you? Akpe, Mifwa. Thank you very much, Joanna. I'm very grateful to you for joining me. And then we have Moni Washington Padula. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you very much, Moni. We are very grateful for you joining us. And then we have Joel Duke, a clue. Greetings, Papa. Please, what is the mystery about it, the animal that is used for sacrifice for a voodoo? There's no mystery. Voodoo doesn't eat animal, it only takes the blood. And human beings don't eat blood. So we give blood of the animal to the voodoo, and the rest of the meat we eat. What is the mystery about it? There's no mystery. There's no mystery about it at all. It's just that human beings eat meat, voodoo eat blood. Oh, is that not what it is? Yeah, because voodoo, human beings don't eat blood. Only church people eat blood. That's why they are always drinking blood. They are always drinking Jesus' blood. But we in voodoo, we don't drink blood. We eat the meat. The blood, if you don't have voodoo, you cut it and let it pour on the ground. I think there is only somewhere in Kenya, the Maasai. They are the only people who actually drink blood. But even that blood, I think they mix it with milk to drink. But here in voodoo in West Africa, the every people, we human beings, we don't drink blood. We eat meat. The spirit drink the blood. But here, if the church people are drinking blood and the meat is eaten by who? Spirit, I don't know. So that's it for the meat. There's no mystery about eating the animal, because you can't, what, do you have to throw the animal away? You cannot throw it away. That's a sin. But why I say sin? I'm not saying it's a crime. It's a sin. Because people somewhere are hungry and then you throw food away. That's a sin. If you cannot eat it, give it to someone else to eat who is hungry. Then we have Joel Duke, a clue, Papa Greetings. What is the, he's the one who asked that question. So, Joel, there's no mystery about eating the meat after you give it to the spirit. You give the blood to the spirit. Then we have Oluchi, our sister Osuwoke. Greetings. Great evening, Papa, with peace and love. Thank you very much, Oluchi. Thank you for joining us this time again. I'm very grateful to all of you. Then we are on YouTube now. And then we have Mario again here. Mario Young, Daddy, how frequent does one have to feed the ancestors? What I do is I give the less fortunate food in the name of my ancestors. That's a very beautiful way of feeding the ancestors, by giving food to the less fortunate, just like I was saying before reading your write-up. It is a sin to throw food away. If you cannot eat it, give it to the less fortunate than you. That's okay. For the ancestral feeding, it depends on how many times the ancestors ask you to feed them. But most often, ancestors will ask you to feed them once in a year, or even if they don't ask you to feed them at least once a year, you must feed them to rekindle your love and relationship with them. But if you are a person who can feed them every day, it's all well. Because I know I have a friend in Thailand who is also a seer. She's much, much older than me. I have learned a lot of things from her too when I was in Bangkok, Thailand. It's called Kumyuari. She is very good. And she's been very good to me. I had been with her for some time, for years. And she taught me a lot of things. And at her shrine, she feeds the voodoos 3 times a day, and maybe feeding the ancestors. Because morning they will feed them, and the afternoon they will remove the food and feed them with another one. And the evening they will feed them again. So that's what she does. She employs people who do that for her, and she feeds them the voodoos 3 times a day. I have never seen it anywhere before. But that's her full-time job, taking care of the ancestors as well as the voodoos. And I tell you, she is very, 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 very rich. She's the, when I was in Thailand 10, 15 years ago, she was the highest importer of aluminum ingot into Thailand, even though she was a spiritualist. She herself is just sitting down and doing this reading for people. From 2 a.m. she starts working until 2 p.m. she closes and take rest. And she only does reading. She doesn't do rituals or anything. She will just direct you, go to this temple, go to this monk, go to this place to do the ritual. She was, but then she was a very rich woman. She's still alive. So if you want to feed the ancestors every day, if you have the time, it is up to you. But if you don't have the time, at least feed the ancestors once a year, at least to rekindle your love and relationship with them. Thank you very much. And then we have Sam, to Sam. I have bought the AMT cleansing kit. When taking a bath with herbs, must be the water be cold, or can I use a warm water? Yes, Sam. Usually, because we are in a hot climate here in Africa or West Africa, we also have cold weather sometimes. That is from December to somewhere, which we call Hamatan. And a lot of people cannot bath cold water at that time. So what they do is that they may put the water in the sun so that the sun may warm it or heat it up and they can bath. So when you are bathing herbs, the best is to use cold water. But if you are living in a country where the weather is so cold and you cannot be bathing cold water, I mean, you want life for yourself. That's all that you are doing. Spirituality, we only want our life to be okay. So if someone tells you that because you are in a cold country and you should bath cold water again, then the person wants you to die. Yeah. He's not looking for life for you. I must be very straight with you. So if you are living in a very cold country and you want to bath herbs, make the water a lukewarm water so that your body will not be cold, whereby you get cold from out of it. So you can use a lukewarm water to do your herbs and bath, because when you are bathing the herb, your body must feel pleasant when doing so. It's not, the body is not supposed to feel uncomfortable. That is not the right thing. So you can use a lukewarm water to bath herbs. There are even some herbal baths, especially like the soap that may be coming to you. You use a hot water, because I bath that soap every day, and I bath it with hot water or warm water. So that's it. You don't have a problem. So that's it. And then we have a SB. Hello, SB. Say hello and thank you for all you are doing. I have heard you refer to bangles. Can you please discuss jewelry? Can you compare, contrast the necklaces of Santeria to bangles you mentioned? Thank you. Okay, SB, the fact is that I don't practice Santeria, even though I know some things with Santeria, and I don't know what kind of jewelries are used in Santeria. I am practicing pure Eve voodoo, and I don't have so much experience in Santeria, whereby I have to compare which bangles that are comparable to Santeria. Santeria is a mixture of Christianity and voodoo, or a mixture of Christianity and Ifa or Afa. But I'm practicing pure voodoo here, Eve voodoo for that matter. So I cannot tell the necklaces and the jewelry that is used in Santeria. Here in Africa, when they give you a particular bangle or a jewelry connected with a particular spirit, that spirit must agree on that, and the spirit must charge the jewelry to wear. We have talismans which are also prepared, not just ordinary things. There are herbs and other things added to it. They are charged, they are fumigated, and they are empowered with spiritual words. Then when the person wears it, the spirit that it belongs to begin to look over and look after the person wearing it or the wearer. So the bangle, which is the Togbe Jopata's bangle, is everywhere in the market you can see. But it does not mean that anybody wearing this thing is wearing Jopata. Jopata, you can only get it from African Magic Temple. Why? Because our deity is called Jopata and is the one that has prescribed that we should use this to represent him. It's not my own self who just started using it. And you cannot go to market and wear this thing and say you are wearing Jopata. You can go to other shrines and they can give you this thing, but they will not give it to you in the name of Jopata. They may give it to you in the name of the deity that they have. Jopata as a deity, as I'm talking now, maybe there's only 2 shrines in the whole of Ghana that have Jopata, original Jopata. One is where we got it from, and the second one is my shrine here. And even the place we got it from, they are not really serious about it. That's why we have made Jopata a very powerful entity. So for Jopata to really be given to you in the form of bangle, it can only be gotten from African Magic Temple, nowhere else, because Jopata has a history. It is not just making a voodoo and calling it Jopata, and that makes it Jopata. Jopata has a rich history, and it has proven itself that it is more powerful, or it is powerful and trustworthy. Not only here at my shrine, but whoever we have given it to. So for you to get Jopata, the real Jopata, is only from my shrine here, or with my son Senna in Tokyo, because I have made it for him and he has it in Japan, the voodoo itself. And that is what is that is what is Jopata. Jopata is not just a name you just give to any spirit and call it Jopata. It must have gotten all the necessary herbs that form the voodoo, and then that voodoo will work as Jopata. But if it does not have all the necessary herbs that are inside, then it is not Jopata. You can give it a name as Jopata, but it cannot be Jopata because it needs to have the necessary herbs and the process of forming it, the things to do, the things to put into it to make it Jopata. So when you talk about Santeria jewelry, I don't know any Santeria voodoo or Orisha, whereby I will start to talk about what they do or what they don't do, what they wear and what they don't wear. They are also doing it, and the person who is in charge of those Orishas or voodoos or in Santeria, they will be the right people to tell you what jewelry goes with what Orisha. I am talking about this bangle, Jopata bangle. Usually it's called Chambaga. It's called Chambaga. And Chambaga is just these 3 colors. When they are mixed together, it's called Chamba, of the Chamba tribe. But the Aries have adopted Chambaga, and they have given it to several different voodoos of their own to tell people, or to use their voodoos to represent to use the bangle to represent their voodoo. But the Jopata, which is our deity, also chose the Chambaga to represent it. And it is when it comes from African Magic Temple, then we say that you have Jopata. It is not just you wear the bangle, then means you are having Jopata. Jopata can only be given to you from African Magic Temple in Ghana or in Tokyo. Finish. No, I think there's one more question at the YouTube. That's the last question. Okay, so SB, that is it. So we go to Facebook again. We are having Collins Kwaku Amponsa. Papa, my mom is missing. Please help me. How can I help you? Your mom is missing. You have not contacted me. You have not consulted me. What do I do to help you? If you want us to find out where your mother is and what has happened to your mother, Kwaku Collins, the best thing is to call us, come and consult the oracle, for the oracle to tell you what is happening to your mother and where your mother is. But by you saying, Papa, help me, please. Yes, it's a plea, but what can I do? I am not God. I'm a human being like you. I'm only in dealing with spirits. And if I want to know anything and I want to work with spirits, I consult them and ask them what to do. So that's what I should advise you to do. Thank you very much. And then we have Candy Fisher in the US. The church lie and use grape juice as Jesus' blood. Yeah, it's okay. They should use whatever. Here in Ghana, people even are hypnotizing people and telling them, imagine that you are drinking the blood of Jesus, and people open their mouth and they say they can feel that blood. It's only witches who drink blood. Then we have Iyani Fafashi. Again, are there times when you are not allowed to eat the meat? It depends. Yes, there are times that the spirit will say you should bury the meat or they should give it out. There are certain voodoos when you kill animal for them, you yourself, you are not supposed to eat the meat, but other people can eat. And then there are also some voodoos, even the meat you kill, nobody eats it at all. They just buried it in front of the voodoo shrine. So there are times that you may not eat the meat, depending on the voodoo, because it's not you who decide what to do with the meat. It is the voodoos who decide what you should do with it. Most voodoos don't eat meat; they only eat blood, so they don't need the meat. So we eat the meat for them. And then Big Sister Ifadara is saying that I feed my ancestors daily. You see, that's it. Everybody has their own way. And I put food in the garbage for the issue. Yeah, okay. And then Martin Kobler, is there an entity in Voodoo which is represented by the Iroko tree or king of trees? If so, what is the entity called, please? I don't know. The Iroko, I think that is called logo T. I think so. I don't know the name in Iroko is a Yoruba word or Nigerian word, but I don't know the Iroko in our Ewe language. But then I don't know whether there's any Vodou representing the Iroko. But the Iroko itself may be a Vodou on its own because there are trees who are also Vodou. They are even not made by a human being. They have power. If you see the videos we were showing earlier, we even was showing the baobab tree, and we went to it to do a ritual because those are atiga or big trees that have power. So we approached them and we asked them for their favor to help us to overcome challenges that we are facing. So that is what once you know the key to it. I was taught we did a reading and I was told that this is what I have to do to go to the boundary to do a ritual in order to overcome the challenge that I was having. And truly, just after doing it, certain things happened within the next 2 hours or 1.5 hours, and that has proven to us that the ritual that we did was on its right path. So I don't know which Dodu or entity represent the Iroko tree for Martin. Maybe you should talk with the Nigerians who are talking about it. And maybe you find some answers to it. But I personally don't know yet. I will also learn about it. Then we have our sister Joanna Muse. Papa, please, how will you know if your ancestors want you to want to be fed? How? Yeah, you would know because when you do a reading and your ancestors appear in it, they will tell that they want you to feed them. But if you don't do a reading, sometimes if you keep seeing your ancestors in a dream and you see feeding or eating happening around in that dream too, it's also a sign of your ancestors telling you that they need food. And then we have again Joanna Musei saying, does it mean Saraka is not enough? Saraka is not enough. Saraka is not the feeding of your ancestors. Saraka is feeding of people who are less fortunate than you. It's not feeding of your ancestors at all. Saraka is a different story altogether, and it is an Islamic thing. In Voodoo, also sometimes they will tell you that, oh, go and do kindness to twins. Because in every culture, twins represent spirit, or they are spirit beings. So people ask you to go and do a gift or do something for twins, or let someone who has twins pray for you. And of course, if you want them to pray for you, you are going to buy certain things, and after prayer, the rest will remain with them. And also, of course, you add some money to it. But then, apart from that, just Saraka, maybe sometimes they'll tell you, okay, oh, you buy something and give to people. And just like that, that is Saraka. But mostly it is Islamic. We in Ewe Voodoo will tell you specifically who to give it to and why you are giving it. And most often, they are the twins. It's in Islam where they say, oh, go and give to blind person, go and give to someone who is disabled, go and put it somewhere here, and all kind of things. But in every Voodoo, we know who to give it to. And then we have, so Joanna, so Saraka is not enough. Saraka is not like feeding your ancestors. Ancestors, you have to mention the name of your ancestors and give them the food. So it's not like you just give food and say you are giving food. You must mention their names. That's why when we do our rituals, we call the people we are feeding. We don't just say, oh, my ancestors come and give. There is nobody in your ancestor lineage called ancestor. They all have names. So you must know who you are giving food to and who you are not giving food to. So you can't just generalize them and say ancestors. No, each ancestor was born with a name. Or when they were born, they were given a name. And that's the name they have responded to until they passed on. So when you want to feed ancestors, you need to call the names of the people you want to feed. Otherwise, it is useless. Then we have Abena Rama Ibe. Please, how can I feed my water of incarnation? What is the Abena? I cannot understand your this Abena Rama. Please, how can I feed my water incarnation? I don't know what is your water incarnation. How am I going to tell you how to feed it? You must elaborate on that question and break it down so that I can understand and maybe I can offer an answer. Then we have our sister Oluchi saying, Papa, is it good to feed them like putting their food in a plate and the drink in a glass and call them and leave it there for 7 days? And after 7 days, we change it. Peace with love. Yeah, okay. You see, yes, there is a way to feed the ancestors according to our culture, every culture. But there are also other ways, like what you are saying. You can put the food in a plate and also their drink in a glass, leave it somewhere, call their names on it, and then tell them that you are feeding them, and that's it. But in our culture here, in every culture, when you are feeding the ancestors, we feed them on the ground. And if we feed them in a plate, we will give, there's a special plate in bowls in Voodoo that are used for feeding ancestors and spirits. We look for those bowls and put their foods in it. And the glass that they drink it in usually is a broken glass. It is not a fine glass. And we feed them outside the house. The one that we feed in the house, when we do that ritual, we feed them on the ground, on top of the Avena leaves. There's a special spiritual herb in Ewe culture for cleansing and everything. That's what we put on the ground first before killing the animal on top of it, mentioning the ancestors, their name, and also putting the food on it. The other one is when they cook the food finish, we look for those small or special bowls that are used in Voodoo. Then we serve each person's name with a bowl. Then we later pray and call them that this person is the one feeding them. Then we take it to go and put it where we feed ancestors or spirits or ghosts. So since you people who are in the diaspora, you may not have all this opportunity. Yes, you can cook food and put it in a bowl, fetch water in a glass. If you would like to have a special glass, you can even break a glass, but make sure you put that one so that it doesn't hurt you. You put it in a way that you don't go and stumble over it or walk over it and get yourself hurt. Because it is believed in every culture that the ancestors are broken people. They are no more in the physical world, so they don't eat in the same kind of bowls that we human beings eat in. They don't drink from the same kind of glasses or cups that we drink in. And we give their drink to them on the floor or on the ground. That's how ancestors are usually fed in every culture, the way I have been taught. So we have Oluchi Osuwoke again, and then again it's I think she is showing that thank you, and then we have Joanna Muse again. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you very much, Joanna, for joining me. And then I think we don't have any question on YouTube now, and the time is already 4 p.m. 6 minutes after 4, if the time is correct. Okay, so go to Facebook again. If we don't have any question, then we'll change because we'll close because I have to go to a factory to set up a factory for somebody. This is a talisman in this bottle, but when you see it, you will not believe that it's a talisman. People think talismans are only made out of leather. No, this is also a talisman. I'm going to go and set up a factory for someone somewhere. So I'll be going. Thank you very much. Is it on Facebook? Do we have any more questions?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we were on Facebook. Okay, so Caddy Fisher, since we are in the diaspora, can we feed our ancestors on the ground? Yes, we can. Why not? Caddy, you can feed your ancestors on the ground. All that you need is what I was doing, and you have seen it. You cook the food, but before you cook the food, you pray to the ancestors on the floor, on the ground, call their names and say, oh, you are cooking food for them. And when you cook the food, after you finish cooking the food, you yourself and the living people will eat and then keep some for the ancestors. So when you people have eaten and you are okay, after eating, you don't need to be very full, but if you are full too, it's okay. Then you take the rest of the food and the ones that you have eaten, the leftover and everything, you add it to what you have reserved for the ancestors. Then you go and pour it on the ground in a special place. Call their names again on it that the food is what you have given them. Make sure you get the legs of the animal, you get the wings of the animal, you get the heads of the animal, and some parts of the animal that are very important for feeding their ancestors. Then you call them and tell them that you are feeding them. And when you do that, and after some time you start seeing results in what has happened to you or what was happening to you or the challenges you were facing before you fed them, and changes started happening, then you know the feeding that you did to your ancestors, they have accepted it and it is working. Thank you very much, Kadi. And then we have Oluchi Osowonke again. Yeah, we cannot because we don't have right to put food outside. If not, they will charge us 460 euros, so we don't do it outside again. We do it inside, so we rather put it in a plate. I think they may understand, I mean, the ancestors. Yes, of course, peace and love, Papa, thank you. Yes, of course, you can do it inside. There is nothing, because if you are living in a society where you cannot do things very freely, like how we have freedom in Africa here. We even walk our dogs without carrying bags to collect their droppings. But if you do that in another country, they will charge you. Yeah, but here we don't care. We just walk the dog. They make poo anywhere. We just go ahead. But then I know in Japan you have to carry a bag. When your dog make poo, you have to put it inside. All kind of things. As an advanced society, we are not advanced. We live natural life. So if it is not allowed, so you should feed your ancestors on your altar, put the food there and call them. They will understand. There's no problem. Then we have Senna Tuesday. I think that is. Then we have Senna Tuesday. Say greetings, Papa. Greetings, Senna. Then Matthew Kobla is saying prayers, please. Yes, sure, we'll pray. And then great teachings, Papa. Great to you. Thank you very much, Senna, for joining us. I'm very grateful you are doing the listening. Thank you very much. And I think we are done for today. Looking at the YouTube and looking at Facebook, we are done for today. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pray for all of us, pray for all of you, and wish and hope that things will work out well for you this week. Oh, ago mauga soboli sa mendo ago mauga kiti kata mendo ago mauga se mendo ago se joto mendo to se na no me se tie no mo no vi ko vi omo no vi bi na ndo ko no vi obi do ko no vi bi no se nye me yo na tepe akan elefi afi mendo do tu fi ala ka wo ba fi do akan didn't alert me that I should bring him out until this last minute. He didn't ask me to bring him out. I mean, the challenges we're having, he didn't even alert me. Anyway, may you akan mechi wakan mali wakan je wakan buzu wakan tro wakan mani wakan ji wakan mani wakan de wakan kweli kwa na ba ga do wako kwa bande fito na sana kuda ju ya me nuda ho babu wakakwa ko mi sango mi play yo bitin no ho ya me yo kaka yo jo pata jo ma kwa foka me bolo nchi me bolo vudo me bere ko kwa to ko fomu jo bonyo de be jo bonyo to ya na ni kwa anu kwa ko be nyi le pe me ko to ba jo kizo ko be mu na te ka jo pata be le ati ju fomu jo ni jo pata be fia jo pata ntro me be da mo ro di fa be li Bakarena, I feel me a jollo. Your Patayan, Katama, you are missing a body to talk with it. Perutis, Bolu, Ajima, or Boju Pro, from comment. Valentina Family Valo, Jonathan, go Sapatame, or Tigre, your brother, Allah, fear. I'm praying for all the people who have watched us today and those who are not able to see us or watch us today. People all around the world that may this week coming be a good week. May their lots be increased. May their health be great. And may luck come and meet them on the way. When the cock crows at dawn, it should bring good luck to each and every one of you. I wish you all good health, success, and everything in your life. Oh, who is? Okay, Carrie Fisher is there. I'm coming. Yeah, Carrie Fisher said, "Oh no, I'm not ready to go." Carrie, I think we are almost. I know that nobody is ready to go now. We have Ivan Bumironda saying that I prepared the meal, share the food and drink for the ancestors first, feed them, and then we at home have our meal. No, you're doing it the wrong way. First, human beings have to eat first before feeding the ancestors. That's how it's done in our culture. It's the human beings who eat first. Because when you are not strong, you cannot be able to pay homage to the ancestors. So the ancestors will wait for you to eat and then they will share. Just like how in our culture, when they cook food, they give the children first. And after the children are eating, then the adults also eat. So it is in the ancestral world. So when you cook the food, let everybody, because if you have not tasted the food, how do you know how tasty and good the food is before you are giving the ancestors? That's why even drink, sometimes before we drink or we pray to the ancestors, ourselves, we drank small. That's why my old man always says, God is inside your throat. God is inside your throat, because if God will taste the food, it is your throat who will tell God that the food is tasty. If the food is not tasty, once it enters your mouth, you know it's not tasty, you can't give it to the spirit. So if you feed the spirit first, how will you know the food is tasty? So in our society, we feed ourselves first. Then after that, we feed the residue and the part that we have taken for the spirits and give to them. That's how it is done. And so that I place the meal, I place the ancestral meal on the ground outside. I have a special place where I feed the ancestors. That's very good. See, when they say you cannot place it outside, sometimes you can put it behind you, behind your house. You don't need to do it in the front door. You can go behind a house, even if it's an apartment. You have a small corridor behind you. You can do it out there. It does not necessarily mean that you have to bring it to the front and the ground so that people will come and arrest you. No, you can't be feeding your ancestors and people will be chasing you around. Do it in such a way that you can have a peace of mind, and they too, they can have peace of mind. And then Oluchi also, okay, I see. Yeah, that's it. And then big sister Ifadara, grand blessing beyond measure to everyone. Thank you very much, big sister. And then Menuhati Kamaata, greetings, Tommy. Hello, Menuhati. How are you? It's been a while. Hope you are doing well. And I don't know whether you are still in Africa or you have gone back to your place, but wherever you are, I wish you well and put peace be upon you and your family. Thank you very much for joining us. So I am about to leave, and then we have Sister Ifabumi Ronda saying peace, love, and blessings to everyone. Ashe. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining me and Revolution Facebook question and answer section where we discuss about voodoo, breaking voodoo down, demystifying voodoo in such a way that you can understand it and not be afraid of your own. They had put fear and all this in us from childhood, and we fear what belongs to us, where we belong. But slowly we are demystifying this. Then you realize that when they say Satan, and the Satan is black man, and the white man is God, is beating the black man. Don't think that Satan is somewhere in the sky and any white man called Jesus or angels beating him. You are the one they are calling Satan. You are black. You are the only opposite of white man. So when they are doing that, they are just trying to psychologically defeat you by saying that you are not fit to be here and they should be Lord over you. Try to overcome this and be great. The black man is the origin of the earth. Thank you very much. And may the ancestors and the gods of our lands continue blessing you throughout the week. May you all stay safe until we meet again next Sunday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Is some names, some questions there?
Yes.
Let me see which one is which one. Okay, Sam again. Sam to Sam. Thank you for answering my question so well. I'm a descendant of slaves, but I do not know their names, but I feel deep love for them. May I pour libation to them without specific name. If you are a descendant of slave, but at least the person who gave birth to you, the person who gave birth to your father, is enough. The person who gave birth to your mother, the mother who gave birth to you, if they are alive, great. If they are passed on, ask them. Or if they are alive, ask them about their parents or whoever they can remember on their ancestral line. And you pray to that and it will go. You don't need to know your great-great-grandfather's name. It's not necessary. Just know the next of kin, the next immediate family member which is on your DNA line. That's enough. You will be fine. Because definitely you had a mother and definitely you had a father. Thank you very much, Sam Tusan. And then we have Marios Mesaga. Hello. What is the difference between Aze and Voodoo? Aje is Aje and Voodoo is Voodoo. If you are talking about Eve Aje, Togo people are calling it Aze. In Ghana, we don't call it Aze, we call it Aje. Aje is Aje. It's what we call witch. And Voodoo is not a witch. Voodoo is a spirit which our people use to help themselves and help other people. But Aje is considered witchcraft or is the name of witch in Ewe language, Aje. And Togo people say Aze. It doesn't matter. Once we understand what you are talking about, we can all understand. Then we have a Hey Mama. Good morning from Washington, D.C., United States. Hey Mama, thank you very much for joining us. We thank you for this moment and we hope that we'll see you again next week. Thank you very much, everybody. May the ancestors continue to bless you and open doors for you. Bye-bye for now.